Hello everyone, welcome back to another Umamusume video. Today is, well, it is pretty early when we're doing this, huh? Today is December 24th, which means happy Christmas Eve, everyone. And today we're going to be talking about the Mejiro Dober and support cards coming up soon. Now, if you're asking why am I doing this so early, well, it's really attributed to the fact that even though it is the holidays, I still have to go to work. So I'd rather do this now, and plus I feel pretty bad due to the not too often uploads. I'll definitely get to work on that, but for now, we shall go over Mejiro Dober and the upcoming support cards. Let's start off with Mejiro Dober. Mejiro Dober has a stat bonus of 10% in speed and 20% in wit. With an aptitude towards turf, she has a G in dirt. Her distances include mile medium with an F in long and an E in short. Her strategy is late, but you can still bump up that pace to an A and as well as that front to a C to an A, but she has a G in end. Her unique skill is moving past and beyond. Having run the race calmly, increase in acceleration with hardened determination, when making a move mid-race or on a crucial corner. Late race, whilst in mid-pack. Okay. Her innate skills are Kyoto Racecourse, Sharp Gaze, and Soft Step. When you start awakening her, the first skill you will get is Late Searcher Straightaways. At level 3, you'll get All-Seeing Eyes. At level 4, you get Up-Tempo. And at level 5, you get Yoda Invicta, which is the gold skill of Kyoto Racecourse. It says right there. Kyoto Racecourses. Okay. Let's go into the evolved skills, shall we? All-Seeing Eyes will evolve into Cool Gaze after you do the following. Participating in the Tenno Show Spring, or having at least 800 wit, and get 2 acceleration type skills. Cool Gaze is a betweener, aka late surger, skill. At a random point during the final leg, if you're in the second half of the pack, you will slightly tire out all enemies in your field of view and get a speed boost. And that is Cool Gaze. But All-Seeing Eyes still has one more evolved skill. We have Fluttering Towards Glory. And for this one, you need to win a G1 medium race as a late surger, being the #1 favorite 4 times. It's a late surger skill, of course. At a random point during the final leg, you will get a speed boost. It's not. It's kind of weird, isn't it? It turns from a debuff skill into basically something to help you get an extra boost, but it's still pretty nice. The Yoda Invicta will evolve when you do the following: win any race on a Kyoto racetrack 2 times and get 2 green skills. The Queen of Yodo in Kyoto, your speed, stamina, and wisdom stats will increase by 80. Not bad, not bad. From the events, you can get Fall Runner, Unyielding Spirit, and All I've Got. Here are her objectives. Mejiro Dober will of course, start with a Meg debut. After that, you'll go into the Hanshin Juvenile Fillies. She is a Triple Tiara racer, so you'll go from the Oka Show into the Japanese Oaks and finally ending off at the Shuka Show. After the Shuka Show has concluded, you will go into the Arima Kinen. Now you may be asking, why? It's just what they like to do. Anyway, after the Arima Kinen, Osaka High will be your next stop. After that, the Takarazuka Kinen. And then the Fuchu Umamusume Stakes. Finally, the end of her races will end off at the Queen Elizabeth II Cup. And that is Mejiro Dober's objective. Her secret events are the following. Object related, but the event will depend during unfold. Win the Hanshin Juvenile Fillies. 10 wisdom. Win the Triple Tiara. Oka Show, Japanese Oaks, and Shuka Show. You'll get a mood up, 5 speed, 5 stamina, and an unyielding spirit hint +2. And finally, last but not least, we have the last secret event, which you need to win the Osaka High, the Takarazuka Kinen Senior Year, the Queen Elizabeth II Cup Senior Year, and at least 5 G1s during Year 3. This will net you 20 speed and 20 power, and an all I've got hint +2. Now that's all for Mejiro Dober in the case of a unit, but let's look at her epitaphs real quick. Anyway, now that we're back after that shortcut, this is her epitaph. It's Cool Beauty. This is, of course, only gettable on Mejiro Dober, but you need to win the Hashin Juvenile Fillies, Okusho, Japanese Oaks, Shukasho, and the Queen Elizabeth Cup the second twice. At least, well, for Queen Elizabeth you don't have to do this, but for the Shukasho, Japanese Oaks, Okusho, and Hashin Juvenile Fillies, you need to be winning those races as a late surger while being the most popular. But for the Queen Elizabeth II Cup, you need to win that one twice. One in the normal year and one in senior year. After doing that, you need to at least end off the run with 240,000 fans to get Cool Beauty. That's Mejiro Dober. Overall, Mejiro Dober is pretty, I'd say she's pretty nice. She's, it really gives you the access to all-seeing eyes on a 3-star, and Yodo Invicta is pretty interesting in itself for Kyoto race courses. But definitely when we get those evolved skills, she definitely, I've heard she shines a little bit more brighter than normal. Well, that's only from, I would say, sources that don't give it to me clear all the time anyway. Anywho, if you're gonna ask me whether you should be summoning or not for Mejiro Dober, if you're a fan of Mejiro Dober, definitely you should be summoning for Mejiro Dober, but when it comes to, I suppose, the meta, you should be waiting for the next banner, which should be Christmas Ogre and Biwa Hayakid, but you're of course going for Christmas Ogre when it comes to that. Anywho, of course, Mejiro Dober is not coming alone. She has a support card, and we're getting some new support cards this time. Let's start out with Daitaku Helios. She's an SSR power type support card, and at max, increases power gain when training together by 1, increases initial friendship gauge when beginning a career playthrough 15. And these are the following stats she gets at max. Friendship bonus of 30, a mood effect of 50, race bonus of 10, fan bonus of 20, training effectiveness of 5, a specialty priority of 35, skill point bonus 1, hint level 3 with a hint frequency of 40%. And these are her support hints: Sympathy, Stamina to Spare, Ramp Up, Mile Corners, Shift in Gears, Slipstream, Speed Eater, and a stat gain of 2 stamina and 6 power. From her events, you'll be getting Early Lead, Pace Chaser Corners, Escape Artist, and Fast Paced, and Long Shot. Here's how the nodes will go. The first node, you can either lose 5 energy and get 15 power with a random early lead hint in there, or you can pick the bottom, get 10 energy back with 15 speed and the Pace Chaser Corner Sim +1. If you decide to continue this, you will lose another 5 energy and get 10 more power and 20 skill points. And finally, on the last node, you will randomly either get the following: losing 10 energy, 20 speed, not losing 20 speed, gaining 20 speed and 20 power, with an Escape Artist hint +3. Or, you can lose 10 energy and gain 10 speed, 10 power, and a fast-paced hint +3. Not bad, not bad. Her random events, if you have not run the Power Daitaku Helios SR, this is what they do. The first one will give you 10 power and a Hot Topic status if you pick the bottom. If you're wondering what Hot Topic does, and if you never really got it, here it is. builds report with Etsuko Otonashi and director Akikawa faster. So the lady who usually documents all of your Umamusume that unlocks during the after the make debut, she will be able to gain friendship faster. So in that case, it's kind of useful now that you don't usually aim to raise up her friendship level in the current scenario we do. But if you do get Hot Topic pretty early, it's going to be pretty nice to get her little stat bonus at the end there. If not, hey, you just get 10 power. Anywho, her last random event will get you 5 speed and 10 power at the top, but the bottom will give you a long shot hit. Plus 1. That's Daitaku Helios. Overall, pretty nice, I would say. Daitaku Helios has the very beneficial hints of ramp up with Slipstream, on top of having very decent mile support hints as well, with mile corners, shifting gears, and speed eater for those debuffers. But I think the thing to take away from this all is Escape Artist, which is increasing the ability to go to the front mid-race, which is good for basically all front runners. Of course, Daitaku Helios is not the only new SSR. We have a new SR. We have Vodka. A Vodka SR, who is a speed. Let's go over her unique effect and her bonuses. Her unique effect is increases the effectiveness of training performed together by 5%. Increases the frequency at which hint events occur by 20. She has a friendship of bonus of 25. Mood effect of 50. Initial friendship gauge of 20. Specialty priority of 35. Hint level 1. Hit frequency of 10. Race bonus of 5. Fan bonus of 10. And a power bonus of 1. Sport hints are the following: Tokyo Race Courses, or Race Course, Straightaway Recovery, Straightaway Adept, Home Stretch Haste, Mouse Straightaways, Medium Straightaways, Straightaway Acceleration, Slick Surge, Updrafters, and 6 speed, 2 power stat gain. From our events, you'll be getting Mile Corners and Nimble Navigator, and these are the chains. The first chain you can get at the top for maximum energy and 10 power, or you can pick the bottom and get 15 speed with a Mile Corners hint, or just 5 speed. The second and last node will just give you 15 speed. The random event for Vodka will be the first one. You can either get 10 power or 5 power and 15 skill points. And finally, you can either get a Nimble Navigator hint or 5 power and 15 skill points. And that's Vodka. So, how is Vodka? I'm not gonna lie, she is probably one of the more pretty decent SR speeds you can get in this. When you compare it to, I suppose, let's take it. Okay, so we have Sweep Toshio being the best overall current SR speed type. After her, it would normally be either Shinko Windy or King Halo. And then I would say Vodka usually places in between them. Somewhere near... I'm trying to... Let me double check. Okay, we're back. So these are the current SRs we have for speed in the game currently. Asian Flash and Narita Taishin are very situational, but when it comes to the terms of everything, Sweep Toshio is of course on top, but Vodka would normally be placed in with the same tier as Shinko Windy and King Halo in usability, mostly because she has very nice properties of, mood effect. She has a very nice, at least a little bit of bonus of specialty priority. She does have a little bit of race bonuses, not too consequential, but it is pretty nice. And of course, overall, her hints are pretty nice. Home stretch haste, straightaway recoveries sometimes comes in clutch. Medium straightaways, mild straightaways, slick surge, of drafters. It's pretty nice. Anywho, that's it for the sport card banner. And that's the end of this video. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays, everyone. And I'll be sure to see you... When would be the next video? I would assume I would upload a video playing the, of course, Fuji Keseki little hard mode version of trainee training. But we are soon approaching the time of the end of the year, which I will be talking about every upcoming Uma. Not going in full depth, but just talking about who to expect and the events to come forward, because I'll be honest, if you think it's been rough for the half year we've basically spent with Umamusume now, where we've almost accelerated one point, I would say 1.5 times faster than Japan. You can expect almost, I would say, a year in 1/4 coming next year for Umamusume Global. But, of course, we'll go over that later, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!